California. I should probably switch it. Oh, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. I was singing. Badly. There is a book. Something like that. But see, but what are we gonna do against like when the rest of the U.S. decides to invade and take us over again? We don't have guns. We're California. We suck. And move it somewhere else. Yeah, we just moved California to space. Put a bunch of rockets under California. Just launch it into space. No, it's not even Neo California. You just take the actual state and just launch California. There's this great book, by the way. It's called Free the Bear. Hashtag not sponsored, but you should read it. It's available on for purchase from paperback on Amazon and on your Kindle devices. Free the Bear. Purchase it now. It's about an alternate. It's like a sci-fi thing. Well, not sci-fi, but it's like an alternate future timeline where California secedes.
Oh yeah. Pale
blood. Let me double check the audio because we actually don't have audio.
Well, you've come to the right place.
Even though it says there's audio.
Is the home of blood ministry.
I've been lied to it, dude. I've been swackered on.
Only unravel its mystery. But where's an outsider like yourself to begin? Easy.
Hold on.
But first,
dude, can you like not though? Can you wait? Like they can't even hear anything. Actually, wait. Can they hear anything? Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, I'm so stupid because, okay, I am dumb. Because I had my Bluetooth connected to it, but I turned off the laptop, so obviously my Bluetooth. I think you're like the only one besides me. Well, you're the only one that like knows it. If you put that on, you also won't be here.
oh yeah, pale blood. Well, you've come to the right place. Yarnum is the home of blood ministration. You need only unravel its mystery. But where's an outsider like yourself to begin? Easy, with a bit of Yarnum blood of your own. But first, you need a contract.
It's called. Oh yeah, okay, cut.
Good. All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you know? Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
Look at this sick cutscene, dude.
Dude, the world is collapsing around us.
This werewolf
All
just.
around me are familiar faces.
There's a werewolf just coming out of a puddle of blood. That's so good.
Or maybe these headphones are just broken.
That's another issue.
No, I actually did fix it.
Huh?
Also, there is game art. Okay, now we're fine.
So it's game audio now?
Yeah.
Alright.
You can listen to it on delay if you want.
I'm good. Okay, these guys are like, they look like enemies, but they're not. They're little helpful guys. These guys are actually pretty helpful because they sell you stuff. And they act as little guiding stuff. I think that's them. Yeah.
Ah, you found yourself a hunter.
Just a disclaimer, I haven't played this game in a while and it is rather difficult, so yeah.
Problems.
I think it's O1. Okay. I remember the controls now, more or less.
Lily, what time do you have?
So basically,
I don't know, what part is that for?
that werewolf over there is so. Okay, I'll just go through the intended playthrough instead of
No,
the
no,
speed.
no, do what you want. No.
Huh?
I wanna see the unintended way.
Okay, basically the unintended way is you're supposed to just run past this guy. So normally you fight him and he kills you and he takes him there. But what you can do instead is run past it. And then just hope he doesn't kill you on the way out. Oh yeah, so in this game there's like a bullet system, because there's guns in this game.
Right.
Which those of you who play Dark Souls would probably be like, what the hell are the guns? But the guns are kind of weak, unless you go a blood tinge build, and basically the idea is you're supposed to use them for parrying. So there's no shields in this game. Also, you'll notice I have when I took damage there, part of my health bar was orange. And that's because, I pressed the wrong button. Let me drag this guy away from there real quick.
I thought you were fighting monsters.
Yeah, but I don't have a weapon yet.
Okay, but why is this guy like hitting you? He's like regular bullet or something?
No, look closely at them.
Are they zombies?
No, they're beasts. Or they're part beasts. Okay, so this is gonna be kind of difficult, because I need to drag these guys away from that ladder so I can climb up it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so basically the enemies you kill, they're basically... Oh, what? Stop. So anyway.
Stop that.
Yeah, so these...
Kick him off.
These, I don't think I'm strong enough yet. These lamps basically serve as bonfires. And I will do this before he comes. Oh. Yeah, no, anyway. So those... So in this game, you can't just sit at... like in Dark Souls, you could just sit at bonfires to level up, restore health and stuff. But for Bloodborne, I think specifically for hard... Like, because it's only on for PS4 reasons, I think you have to go in and load the Hunter's Dream, which is this place. This is effectively Firelink Shrine. If you guys played Dark Souls 1 or 3. And I forgot what it's called in Dark Souls 2. So another thing that's pretty different about this this game from Dark Souls is normally you just have the fire, like this is the Firekeeper, the equivalent of the Firekeeper is called the doll, but you actually can't access, you don't have any access to her until you get this thing called Insight. I'm basically just choosing my weapon right now. Basically, so in this game, what you can do is you have you like in Dark Souls, you could put weapons on either your right or left hand, but in this one, right and left hand weapons have different types of weapons. You can use your left hand weapon is always going to be a gun, and your right hand weapon is always going to be a melee weapon. Well, I mean, there's like a couple exceptions, but those are more just combinations. So you have like the basic quick attack, and then you have charge attacks. And then you actually, all weapons have 2 forms, so I can change this one into a whip as well, and it still has 2 attacks. And then if you're attacking and you change form, you actually do a special attack too. Same thing if you backstep and change, or if you roll and change form. And then the guns basically shoot a bullet that parries, but I only have a finite number of bullets, so I don't want to use that right now. I have 240 souls. Let me see if I can buy anything.
Nope. Oh, you can get a pebble.
Pebbles are actually pretty useful, but I don't need any right now.
Are they for distracting enemies?
Yeah.
You have to pay for a pebble, you can't just pick one up.
No, you can, but you can also buy them.
Oh.
Like a lot of things that you can buy, you can also just pick up.
Okay.
There's some things you can only buy, and they're really expensive. Unless you're in like New Game Plus. Because the prices don't go up in New Game Plus. But you get way more blood echoes, which is the equivalent of souls for Bloodborne. And yeah, these like bloodstone chunks and bloodstone shards and stuff are basically the same thing as titanite shards. Oh my god, I've played this game so long, I forgot what path I take. There we go.
I used to kill them in 2 hits, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, no, definitely cover.
Yeah, that's the idea that they're... Let's go drop something. I think there's like a bunch of guys that come this way. Yeah, there they are. So now you'll see I took damage, but I'm actually healing it back by dealing damage to enemies. So that's the cool thing about Bloodborne. You can heal from dealing damage. Another thing is these blood vials that you pick up, they're your other healing. So if you know the Estus Flask from Dark Souls that refills whenever you go to a bonfire, there's actually nothing like that in Bloodborne. Instead you have to like farm these blood vials. This guy, I think he's hiding something. So this is a pretty tough enemy. I'm gonna try to parry him so I can show off, but I haven't played this game in a while, so the parry time is not good. So yeah, this is the riposte animation. You can see it does really insane damage. Oh. Yeah, so normally that enemy is pretty difficult to beat, but I've played this game enough where I can just kill him. But I used way more bullets than I really should have. I thought there was something here that you could get. Oh, there used to be a glitch where you could skip like maybe a quarter of the game by jumping on this, jumping up here on this fence, on the top of the fence, and jumping over, and that would save you like maybe a third of the game. So speedrunners used to use that, but then it got patched out. So I feel like Bloodborne speedrunners are kind of lazy because, as far as I know, they don't change strategies with their per patch. They just down patch their game.
So they still do that for the jump over the fence?
Some categories still do that. I think some categories
Well,
down patch.
Molotovs, those are OP too.
Yeah, a lot of these doors they just kind of scorn you for coming there because you're an outsider to the city. So.
Wait, so are they like closing because they don't want the monsters in? Or like, what's up?
Okay, basically, like these guys, they're out for the hunt, right? Where they're looking for beasts, but they're kind of maddened too because they're becoming beasts slowly. Oh yeah, you can actually peel off corpses as they're falling. So basically, everyone in Yarnum just kind of goes into hiding during the hunt, so that they don't like get killed by something random.
Wait, what? I'm still confused. Okay, so what the people in Yarnum are also puppies?
Okay, no. So basically, the okay, so basically the thing that cures you, right? The blood. It also makes you like go a little. Oh, it also makes you go mad. So these people are like hunting beasts, but at the same time they're slowly turning into beasts. So then they just
so
start.
Isn't that what you were?
Oh well, okay. The point of this game is that you're a hunter trying to like just take out the. Well, like you're a hunter, but you're also trying to cure the entire illness. So the idea is that you don't want to lose control of yourself and turn into a beast.
Oh, like these
guys. Yeah. And then so the other residents of Yarnum that aren't like beasts, basically they're just in hiding so that they don't get like slaughtered. So I'm just kind of killing these guys right now.
So what's the objective right now? What's your go-to?
I think I have to get to that side and go down a path there. Like okay, normally when you're playing this game,
I mean, like it seems a little bit easier than Dark Souls right now. Besides, it seems like they're sort of just swarming you rather than battling you. Well, I mean, okay, well, the swarming you, it seems still works. Actually, now that I say that.
The thing is, the reason it gets difficult later is because there's no shields in this game.
There's no blocking. It's just
there's no blocking. It's only dodging. So heavy weapons are honestly okay. So I've played this game a few times on different builds, and I found that heavy weapons feel way worse than skill weapons, because even if you hit really hard, with even heavy weapons in this game are pretty fast. So even if you hit really hard, it doesn't really matter because late game a lot of your damage comes from visceral attacks, which was like that big attack I did on.
Wow, you went way back.
Yeah, you go back to the bonfire, or like the lamp. Yeah, like in Dark.
I forgot. Well, I don't know why. I felt like you got to a lantern earlier though.
Well, yeah, I went back to that lantern.
Oh, so you, no, but you didn't go back to lantern.
No, they respawn.
Oh, right, you don't die. Right, okay, no. I forgot about that. I'm not in the Dark Souls mentality.
Yeah, so, I think instead of farming, I'm not even going to bother getting my blood echoes because it's not that much. I'm just going to run past all of these guys right now. And I think this was the way I had to go. So that's how that was healing right there. Let's go there. So yeah, normally what you want to do is just clear that, get your echoes, maybe get some items. Let's see if they're chasing me. No, they're not chasing. There was some item in front of here. Oh, there it is. There's some crows there. Actually, okay, so pebbles aren't really for distractions. Basically, the idea with the pebbles, you throw it at an enemy, and you isolate them from the range of enemies.
Oh, you aggro them.
Yeah, you aggro them from range without aggroing the rest of them. Oh, boilers. This is actually pretty fun. So, what you can boilers basically, when you cover something in oil, they take a massive amount of fire damage when it gets lit. So, what I can do here is throw this at him.
And then light the...
And throw a Molotov at him. And he has like one hit left.
Yeah, is fire OP in this game if I remember something?
Yeah, fire does a lot of damage in this game. But no, it does a lot of damage to beasts. Not okay. So even if they're part beast, they're not like officially like full beast.
Oh, right.
There's like a category of enemies called beasts that are weak to fire. And then there are these alien-like enemies called kin. They're weak to, I think, electric. No.
So there are elements in this.
Yeah, there's different damage types in this game actually. So I can.
Also, wait a minute. So you're telling me that you walked here carrying this giant bag of chips? Lily.
Lily, that's unbelievable.
You walked here carrying this giant bag of chips in your hand.
Oh, what the hell? Wait, that lamp pole just
Again,
blocked my
put it
board.
into context for you who weren't here earlier. Look at how freaking huge this giant bag of chips is. Well, Kevin's you completely.
No, don't do it. I want to survive.
She walked here like in the streets with this in
Oh,
her
okay.
hands. Oh, is it your backpack? Oh, okay. I thought you. I imagine you just like hugging this like while you were walking across the street. You're like a giant teddy bear, except it's just like this bag of chips. So I almost caused Kevin to back there. That was fun.
Okay, so.
It was so funny. I laughed.
So.
That's a lot of stuff.
Wait. Okay, so there's a boss at the other end of the bridge. But the problem is I don't have a way to get out of it because I want to go to the boss fight so that I can go, because when you go to a boss fight you get one insight or more than one, at least one insight, and then giving me that one insight will let me use the doll so I can level up and stuff. But if I go there I don't have a way to get out because I don't have any hunter's marks.
I see.
So
You could just YOLO it.
no, I'm way too weak to kill it. So what I'm gonna do instead is see if I can
You
find.
could also just knock it in.
Yeah. No, but what I'm doing instead is I'm gonna look for a, because I think there's a path I can take back. Pebbles.
Lily's trying to figure out how to.
Oh yeah, so bloodstone shards. In the early game, bloodstone shards are kind of rare. So okay, no, I just found two, but take my word for it, they're kind of rare.
Okay.
So
There's a bloodstone, bloodthorn, yeah.
What? What are you saying?
Bloodborne expert. Also, there's something. Turn the tablet to. What does that say?
Shooting game strong. Okay, so what I'm gonna do.
Look, he's working on it. Okay.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna.
Kevin's never played this before. He's
Yeah, this is my first time playing this game. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to run past these guys and find an exit. So I think there's one. Is it here? Yeah, it's here. Okay, so now what I do is clear out this room. How? What?
Lol.
And then we have fun with these guys. Oh. These four can enter. So I can just whip them.
What sounds? Kevin.
If I remember correctly, blood bottles do 40% of your HP.
Kevin.
Okay. Wait. I used to be really good at just farming these guys. So there's another spot where you can farm like the like stronger versions of these guys for like tons of items and like souls. This guy here.
So they're still called souls in this game.
Okay, no. I call them souls out of habit, but fine. You can farm for tons of like items and blood echoes. Cold blood do basically what those.
But
do
they basically function as souls.
Yeah, they're basically identical.
Oh, hello.
What?
Where'd you go? Actually,
I don't know where he came from. Unless he came, maybe he came from downstairs. Yeah, I just pulled out the torch that I got from that guy earlier. I can stab them with the torch if I want. Yeah, like that. It doesn't do much damage.
it does stomach.
Yeah. But it takes stamina, so you're gonna run out of stamina eventually. Better just hit him twice. I think there's a guy with a gun here. Yeah, this guy. Oh, and you can only have up to like X amount of bullets and blood vials, but any more than that, and it'll be put into storage. So next time you go back to the Hunter's Dream or you die, you'll respawn with more stocked from your storage. But like you don't get them passively.
Gotcha.
Don't worry about that, William.
A good amount of blood.
Don't worry about that. I didn't win.
And here we get our first shortcut back to the original lamp that we did.
This is one of my favorite mechanics of the thing. Is that it's an open map.
So what I'm gonna do now is, even though I can't level up right now, what I'm gonna do is go upgrade my
You have
weapon.
a fishbowl head.
It's amazing.
I think upgrading your weapon's unlocked by default. So leveling up isn't unlocked by default, and you have to get an item to be able to, like, imbue your. So there's like a blood gem system where you basically can upgrade your weapons. Like other than just upgrading the raw stats of it, you can also give them like special abilities. But it takes 3 to upgrade. I thought it took 2. Okay, whatever. And yeah. There's also a special thing here, but there's a couple of
So what enemies can you use the pistol to parry?
most of them. Basically, if they're not a beast, you can probably parry them. So what I'm gonna do? So I think with the level 1 upgraded.
Are we dropping frames?
I actually really like the doll. The doll's a cool character, but
Doesn't look like we're dropping frames.
oh, this is a really fun.
It does look laggy. Does that look laggy?
Yeah, it does.
Actually, looks hella laggy. What the heck? We aren't dropping frames. We're at 30 frames. Keep going.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's another thing in this game outside the story. There's procedurally generated dungeons in this game that you can run through, but I don't think I'll be going into that because there's a few things you need to do before you can actually do that.
Yeah, stay in that area, and then when the stream catches up, I'll look at it. Ah, doesn't look bad, does it? That's fine. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I
there's
think-
plunging attacks. Forgot to mention that earlier. So there's some enemies. There's these 2 guys down here. They're really easy to parry and they give blood vials, but I don't need that right now. So what I'm gonna do right now is just okay, polite. Oh no, I forgot. So I'm just going up here. I'm gonna run past all these guys and run straight to the boss. I'm gonna ignore this guy too. And this boss is one of the coolest entrances I've ever seen in the game.
Does it just burst out of the ground?
This way.
Does it jump out from that clock tower in the distance?
It's right there.
Yeah, okay, that's also pretty cool.
So now this enemy's a beast. So I'm gonna use my whip form because the whip form does more damage to beasts.
That makes sense.
Which is why I was using it earlier too. Yeah, against the whips. And I think if I hit its legs enough, oh Jesus.
Oh, you're dead.
No, this isn't
That does as much damage as like a stab.
I actually have not fought this. I have not fought this boss in quite a while, so. He gets very aggressive in his. There's actually another version of this boss later in like the DLC. I think I'm just waiting for it. Yeah, later in the DLC, there's another version of this boss that has like lava and fire and stuff. Its second phase is really cool because it loses its legs, and
I just realized the face cam is in a terrible position. I'm like blocking your health instead. What corner should I take? I'll put it like right.
I don't think I can carry this boss. Generally, if the boss is really big, you can't carry them.
I would imagine.
What can you do? Put oil on him?
And then Molotov cocktail.
Oh, okay. Oh, no.
Back up.
well, in this, like the whole combat system.
I'm
is
confused. What do you drink it? Do you splash it on yourself?
you inject it into yourself.
Oh.
Oh, what? Okay, yeah, I haven't. I used to be really good at. Oh, oh. I didn't realize that was a window for a visceral. Okay, so now a visceral is basically like a boss from Dark Souls 1 where it's like an attack like after you parry them or like do significant damage to them. You basically can do an attack that does like really high damage.
Apparently it's not.
I think that form can find. Oh wait, I'm watching this now. Oh my god, I'm such a rusty Souls player. Oh, did I?
Little Mao, yes, you missed.
I think there's a few mechanics.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah, that's actually one of the cool. Like, I preferred saying "Prey Slaughtered" to like "Era Fire Defeated" or something because "Prey Slaughtered" just sounds so dope. Because I think part of the game, the Lovecraftian themes of the game is that, like normally in Lovecraft, you're seen from the perspective of the person, and the people are the weak ones. But in this case, if you think about it, you're basically this unstoppable killing machine that just goes around slaughtering everything. So it's almost like you're the monster, which I think is part of the themes of like people turning into beasts. Oh yeah, so now you see the dolls like animated and stuff. Cause I have insight, which is the okay. So if you look at the top right corner, the top number is my blood echoes, and the bottom number is my insight.
Hello, good. I honor and you
And there's a lot of cool things with the insight. Like after you get a certain amount, you can start seeing certain enemies and like NPCs and stuff. So what am I doing? Yeah. Actually, no, I think I need to put some points in health. I forget exactly how many points I usually put in everything, so I'm just gonna do whatever. And I'm just gonna go for a full strength build.
farewell, good.
And that's just for PvP. But I don't have the PS4 online thing, so
You're not paying for a PlayStation Now, or whatever it's called.
yeah. Because honestly, if I want PvP in Bloodborne, I'll just play Dark Souls 3. Oh, actually, I took the wrong. So that was actually an optional boss, but I usually almost always do it because it's the easiest boss to get finished quick with. I can't speak. But like you can do it pretty easily, and it gives you a lot of echoes to level up, and it gives you the insight. Huh? Yeah.
Really, I think he needs an invite.
What?
I think Willie needs an invite. Oh.
Maybe it's
Oh.
maybe that's
Yeah, we're having
maybe
an-
that's her cue to stop, William. Let's try next time.
Okay, I can ship. Actually, what time
Willie
is
has
it?
to go.
Oh man, I have to go. Okay, I have to go in a bit. So I can show you another cool mechanic in this game. So you see on the left side, you can see how many bullets I have.
Correct.
So what you can actually do is you can trade some. What button was it? Yeah, you can trade health for 5 bullets,
Huh.
and they function exactly the same as normal. Why is he backing away?
He's afraid.
Yeah, I don't want to die.
Sometimes he's smarter.
Are they actually called a murder of crows?
It's a murder of crows.
Like, is that the official?
That's
thing,
the
or is it,
official
like,
name of a group of crows.
oh, that's completely fair.
Wow.
Probably one-shot it. Yeah, visceral attacks scale with skill level, so they do pretty insane damage when you're going a skill build. See, the only reason I think
We have
strength builds are really weak is because the only reason I think strength builds are really weak is because it's not possible to be tanky in this game. Like, no matter what equipment you use, you just can't be tanky. Yeah, okay. I have a general idea of where I'm going, but I'm getting a little lost here and there. So I know which doors I have to open mostly.
I thought something like burst out of the door and you were dodging it.
No, that's the house I came out of earlier. No, usually, okay, so what I do whenever I open a door is I try to spam C or circle because it animation cancels it.
It's also really hysterical because Lily has to reach like up and over into her bag to grab it.
There's a dog there.
You get anything?
Yep, you get souls.
Oh.
Also, I don't know if it's this area or another area, but there's some area where dogs are let out of the cages like once you pass them. So then you might as well kill them while they're in the cage instead of having them swarm you later. I think there's a dog right here. So this is an actual NPC I can talk to and send them to some place. But there's basically two places you can send a lot of these NPCs, and one of them is not safe because they'll die. Like you'll get items from sending them there, but they'll die, and it's more useful to send them to like an actual safe place where you can continue their quest line.
Why would you want them? Why would you send them somewhere to die?
Because you can get items from it.
Oh, the map. You can just like loot them after.
No, like okay, so basically the place you send them is Yusefka's clinic, right? And at one point in the game, Yusefka basically turns into like this. Or I think it's like a fake Yusefka that kills the original Yusefka. And what happens is she starts performing experiments on the patients you send, turning them into these little blobby alien things. And then she'll give you items for every NPC you send her. Okay, there's some path I can take here.
Is it worth it usually?
What?
This end?
I mean, unless you want the specific item, because I usually like doing quest lines. This is a weapon. But, oh no! Oh boy.
Oh, you're somehow alive. And now you're dead. Right.
Okay. Yeah, that was bad.
You died, Kevin.
I did die. No, anyway.
I
So
didn't mean to break it to you, but
yeah. So what I was saying is, that's actually a weapon. You have to cut it down from there and then go down and pick it up. It's.
Or you could have just followed it down, like you. Okay.
Yeah, and then kill the rats and then pick it. Yeah, you could have done that too, but there's a lot of things you want to get along the way. Actually, wait, this is not the bonfire I want to be at. So, yeah, that's the weapon is if I remember correctly, it's a saw spear. So.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm just switching which bonfire I spawn at.
Jeez, who has a wooden desk?
Because this one has a shorter run to where I was originally going.
They have like faux wood, like that wood.
I mean, like this kind of table is better.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got 12 minutes and seconds.
I just have to be back in my dorm at 5. That's all.
Oh yeah, you're doing a league thing after that.
What league?
No.
No, that's in April.
Oh. What are you doing?
Remember the job I told you I got? We're having like,
you're doing the interview, right?
No, I already did the interview. We're having like a company meeting for the new employees.
Gotcha.
Alright. I feel weird calling us employees because the company is so small. It does not feel like an actual. Okay. I actually did not expect to do that much. So these guys drop blood vials pretty often. So I usually like to come here and farm. Because these have oh.
Wow.
Okay, because these guys are really easy to carry. Their windows are really big for some reason. Actually, okay, wait. There's a quest line. Okay. To be honest, I'm probably not gonna. Do you think?
What were you watching, Lily?
Huh? The Tracer trailer for Heroes of the Storm.
You know that's like really old, right?
Yeah, I know.
Do you think I'll? Okay. Do you
I'm
think?
aware of that Carla. I played Heroes of the Storm.
Wait. Do you think I'll play this on stream again? Or
Sure.
is it,
Yeah.
Okay. If I do,
You
okay.
bring it back, sure. Just let me
Cool.
know.
Because no, I was gonna say if I don't play this again, there's a quest line I would normally do for skill builds because it has a really cool weapon. But if I'm not gonna play this again, I'm not even gonna bother.
No, you can. Well, we can find out.
Probably not. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I don't know how I missed so many. Stop it. Okay. There we go. I'm so rough. I actually need it. I figured Hollow Knight would be enough to keep my skills intact, but no. Hollow Knight is nothing compared to the original.
Don't swipe off the edge this time.
I think the thing already dropped. It's still down there.
Dropped? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not even gonna swipe at all.
Jump
Oh,
off.
that's convenient. My blood echoes are over here.
What? How does that work?
I don't know. The Dark Souls and Bloodborne are kind of weird with how they're. Oh wait, no. Another really cool thing in Bloodborne that's not. What does this drop? Actually, no. I think this is the one that drops the weapon. I don't know what that drops. Okay, I shoot it. Actually, I'll use the weapon.
Alright, let me jump in after.
No, that will actually kill me because I don't drop to that ledge below. I drop all the way to the bottom. I think the NPC is over here. We won't be able to hear it. The stream can probably hear it. She has a cool accent.
Oh, hunter!
That's basic. That's actually her accent.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah, and there's emotes.
Let's praise the sun.
Wait, no, there's an emote you get later that's even better than Praise the Sun, but it's hella funny. I don't know why that emote is so funny, but it is. No, but anyway, so yeah, there's another emote you get later in the game for that. I think it's about like 2/3 of the way through the game. Now where do I go? Okay, so basically, where do I go? Or do I just jump down? Oh wait, must be a ladder or something. That's gonna take a lot of damage when you go down. Huh? I guess I do just jump down. Oh.
You just got shot at, son.
Okay, I think this should be fine. There we go.
Nice. Shoot him.
I don't want to waste bullets. Where's the fish dude? Oh, there he is.
The fish dude?
This guy.
Why is he called that?
Oh wait, no, this isn't the.
I mean, he's kind of got like gills on the back. Not gills. Grills.
Also, there are some enemies that can riposte you. No, there are some, like in the DLC. There's like an actual hamlet of fish. Oh no, is it this guy? This guy looks more like a fish, I think. No, he looks the same. Never mind. What? Also, when you riposte, you get all of the orange part back. Like no matter how much it hit you. So even if it hit you for like 90% of your health, and then you riposte it, you still get all of it back. There's also some stuff you can use to make it so that you actually gain even more health. Like you actually gain health from riposting, which is pretty cool. See, I don't know this game as well as I know Dark Souls 3. Because Dark Souls 3, I could just run straight to every boss.
Meanwhile, Lily's watching Jeff Kaplan dubbing over the Overwatch cinematics.
That sounds hella fun.
Yeah, she does.
Oh, riposte.
I didn't get shot.
And even if I did, shots don't do that much. Oh no, his body fell off. I wanted to lose it.
So why did I get why the bullets travel so slowly, but. So where did the item fall?
On his body. And his body fell off the ledge. So it fell
No,
all the way.
no, I mean like the one that you dropped from the rafters.
Oh, down there. So I just have to... Actually, that's the ladder I had to take, but I want to get that item over there. I remember when I first played Bloodborne, this part scared me so much. Because every time I went to like any new part of the thing, there would be like an enemy that just jumped out and knocked me off the ledge and killed me.
Oh.
It was terrible. And then it's over here. I think I need 5 bloodstone shards to upgrade. So that's okay. I need 3 more. I think it was 5. Okay, I took a bit of damage from that. Now I just have to find where that other stuff went. There's the ladder. Oh, okay, wait. Okay, so I can't get to here, so it's over there somewhere. There's one of the. Oh, wait. Okay, they're both on top. What? I've been cheated and lied to.
Well, get to fight these giant rats.
What? Okay. I'm always really bad about it. Oh yeah, Madman's Knowledge is another thing that can give you insight. So if you don't want to fight the boss, but you still want to level up, you can just go grab that, consume it, and it'll give you 1 insight, and you can see the doll. There's a bunch of enemies down there. I think I can do this.
Yeah, jump attack. Glad you aggroed that one.
And they're really slow. Doesn't matter if I aggro them or not. I can literally just whip all of them. It's nice having AoE attacks. You can do stuff like that.
Just like not care about anything.
These guys drop out. Oh, it's actually really useful.
So you have a max of 20 there.
Yeah, the rest goes into storage.
Oh,
I think
right.
I think in storage you can have a max of like 9. You can have a max of like 990. Also, yeah, Bloodborne has one of the best and hardest DLCs of any game you will ever play. I think the only one that's comparable that I've ever seen is Dark Souls 3's the second DLC. That's the only comparable DLC I've ever seen to the old 100 DLC from Bloodborne. Actually, it only has 1 DLC. It originally was supposed to have 2, but they ended up combining them. Oh. I want to try this. I don't know if I have enough health to survive it.
Do it. Try it. 2 minutes left before 4:30.
That's awesome. Okay, so
Right angle. It's right angles.
one second. Well, the Saw Hunter badge lets you buy some weapons.
Where is this weapon that fell down?
Okay, I had to take a different path to get to it, which I forgot about. So I'm not going to go back and get to it, because I want to run to that next boss real quick.
Okay.
I'm actually really close to that. I think I'll give it 1 shot. I'll open the checkpoint, I'll give it 1 shot, and then I'll... Like, I won't shoot him once, I mean, like, I'll try to kill him once. And then...
What just happened?
Okay.
Like they just one of them's always dead.
There is...
Oh, they were supposed to ignite the boulder after you if you went the other direction.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
But then you went there and did it anyway and almost killed themselves.
Yep. I don't remember.
There's a great video of someone like falling down the elevator shaft, dying, and then we follow him down the elevator shaft also dying.
Do I have to open this? No, I don't. Okay, cool. So, the states of elevators in Bloodborne and Dark Souls basically stay the same. So if it's at the top, it'll stay at the top. If it's at the bottom, it'll stay at the bottom. Even if you reload the game or like die or whatever. So usually what you want to do is, if you need to take an elevator to get to a boss, what you want to do, when you get to the bottom, you want to step on the trigger again and get off immediately, so it sends it back to the top. So that when you respawn, you don't have to like wait for the elevator to come back. Oh, fuck, it's my alarm.
Copyright. Probably not.
It's probably not copyrighted.
Yeah.
It's on like every single phone. There's like, oh, shining coins. What are those? Oh, if you guys know what pebbles are from Dark Souls.
I mean, yes, we've had this guy.
Then yeah, you basically drop them and it does that. They're just markers basically. There's 2 enemies over there. I'm not gonna bother fighting because I don't need to right now. So I have a lot of souls, but I'm probably gonna lose them here. Because I use the whip. I think 3rd phase I use the whip. So normally what you would want to do, ideally.
It's got a shock.
His face things are actually pretty. Oh. Stop. Stop.
So he's basically another hunter.
He isn't. He's like the leader of the hunters.
Oh. No, you did skip the cutscene first.
I mean, the cutscene doesn't really. Oh my god, I love the costume. My timing is so bad. Oh, there. So what I want to do is get him down pretty low. Yeah. So now he's going to phase 2.
What's that smell?
There goes phase 2.
The sweet blood. Oh, it seems to me.
Actually, what I actually
It's enough to make a man
easiest way to
sick.
fight him is over here.
Taking those steps.
All the way to the top. Because otherwise, where's he? So when he gets to about a 3rd HP, I think. Yes, not yet. Okay, so I want to get him as low as possible for this. What? Didn't transform yet?
No, get into
Oh,
it.
there we go. What?
When you missed it. He's real pissed.
Oh, that kid. Oh.
Okay.
Okay, if I wasn't going for the fancy, it would have been a lot easier, but. Oh well. Anyway, I'm gonna head out now.
Okay. Thank you all for watching this
Play
stream.
Bloodborne. That's my message. That's my PSA. Play Bloodborne.
Peace. I can't see that.
Okay.
Okay, Lily, hit the end stream button. Lily.
Lily!
Lily!
Lily, hurry!
Lily, hit the end stream button, hurry.
What?
Hit the end stream button.
I can't hold my peace sign for that long.
Lily. Please. Lily.
What?
Hit the end stream button.
What are you talking about? Oh.
What do you mean, what am I talking? No, you gotta move the mouse.
What? What?
Move it to stop stream.
What are you talking about?